This is Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa. The story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Hello viewers, I'm Fran Namak with the Pulse of Africa News, and we have a series of significant developments across Africa to cover tonight. First, we have exciting news from Zimbabwe. In a significant move towards achieving the goal of Agenda 2063, Zimbabwe has unveiled a US $9.13 billion energy investment plan. This ambitious strategy aims to eradicate power shortages and boost industrial development. The plan aligns with the continent's blueprint for a prosperous Africa, emphasizing inclusive growth and self-reliance by harnessing local resources. In a bid to promote energy decentralization, Zimbabwe is requiring large electricity consumers to develop their own generation capacity within 2 years. These consumers are encouraged to utilize solar or thermal options, which will help ease the burden on the national grid. This initiative supports Agenda 2063's vision for modern, efficient and reliable energy access for all African businesses and industries. Moreover, the strategy includes licensing private sector players to electrify 371 unconnected dark cities, ensuring that no citizen is left behind. This comprehensive approach reflects Zimbabwe's commitment to a sustainable energy future. The European Union has committed €95 million to bolster Rwanda's vaccine manufacturing capabilities, marking a significant step towards Africa's pharmaceutical independence. This investment isn't just a financial boost, it's set to transform Rwanda into a leading hub for biotechnology, research and advanced vaccine manufacturing across the continent. Building on the recent establishment of BioNTech mRNA facility in Kigali, this funding will enable Rwanda to expand its operations significantly beyond initial production. This partnership could significantly boost vaccine supply for existing diseases and establish a strong platform for quick responses to future health threats. By fostering a complete ecosystem of research, development and distribution, Rwanda is laying the groundwork for a thriving knowledge-based economy. This initiative will attract top scientific talents, create high-skilled jobs and spur innovation throughout the region, solidifying Africa's position in the global health landscape. As announced by President Paul Kagame and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, this strategic investment is part of the EU's Global Gateway strategy, focusing on mutual resilience and sustainable infrastructure.
When European colonial powers arrived in Africa, they took control of the narrative.
Hair was never just aesthetics.
Hair is not just hair, it's memory, it's resistance.
A living archive of identity, status, and belonging.
This is more than a trend. This is a movement.
Amasunzu signified strength, bravery, and coming of age.
We are still here.
These art forms are vital to cultural identity.
In Tanzania, farmers are increasingly turning to agroforestry as a strategy to combat climate impacts. Severe climate conditions have strained traditional farming methods, particularly in regions like Mbeya, where droughts have led to food insecurity. Agroforestry programs, especially in Morogoro's Uluguru Mountain, are proving beneficial, with over 440,000 trees planted to stabilize slopes and provide nutritious produce. Farmers like Mary Gasper Mukawama are reporting improved incomes and food security. However, challenges remain, including market access and post-harvest losses. At the 11th African Think Tank Summit, leaders are calling for a strategic shift towards strengthening domestic financing across the continent. In a significant move reflecting its stance on sovereignty and dignity, Burkina Faso has made headlines with its latest diplomatic decision. The country has officially rejected a U.S. proposal to accept non-citizens deported from the U.S. Foreign Minister Karamoko Jean-Marie Traoré described the proposal as indecent, emphasizing Burkina Faso's commitment to dignity and sovereignty. This announcement comes amidst tensions at the U.S. Embassy in Ouagadougou, suspended most visa services for Burkinabe residents. In a significant development for African trade, Ethiopia has made its first shipment under the African Continental Free Trade Area, making history a historic milestone in the continent's economic integration. This maiden consignment includes a variety of goods such as coffee, meats, fruits, vegetables, pulses, and oilseeds, showcasing Ethiopia's early commitment to AFCFTA's initiative. The African Continental Free Trade Area aims to unite 55 nations with a combined GDP of over $3.4 trillion, removing up to 90% of tariffs to stimulate intra-African trade. Officials emphasize that this historic step highlights Africa's potential to strengthen trade, boost economies, and enhance regional cooperation as countries implement this landmark agreement. Launched in 2021, AFCFTA is Africa's flagship trade agreement designed to promote regional economic integration and enhance industrialization. By reducing tariffs and trade barriers, the agreement seeks to unlock Africa's economic potential and create a more competitive continental market. Ethiopia's first shipment is a practical demonstration of the steps being taken to realize these ambitious goals and strengthen Africa's trade networks. Finally, a landmark recognition of her dedication to democracy, Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado has been awarded the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize. The Norwegian Nobel Committee honored her Machado for her tireless work promoting democratic rights and her peaceful struggle against the country's authoritarian regime. The committee praised her as one of the most extraordinary examples of civilian courage in Latin America, highlighting her role in unifying a fractured opposition around the demand for free and fair elections. In a citation, the committee recognized her decade-long activism, including co-founding the election monitoring group Sumati and her leadership during the 2024 election. The Nobel Committee also noted that despite serious threats that have forced her into hiding, Machado has chosen to remain in Venezuela, a decision that has inspired millions of people. This recognition not only highlights Machado's courage, but also sheds light on the ongoing struggle for democracy in Venezuela. It's noteworthy that the 2019 Nobel Peace Prize was honored to Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed in recognition of his outstanding efforts to promote peace and foster international cooperation. In a promising development for South Africa's economic future, the country is set to undergo a significant transformation driven by its ocean economy. Here's how recent investment in strategic planning are shaping this initiative. South Africa is poised for an economic transformation through its ocean economy, having attracted over $236 million in investment. By 2035, the Ocean Economy Master Plan expects the ocean economy to add 166 billion rands to the GDP of South Africa and create over 600,000 jobs. Minister Dion George emphasized the importance of managing this sector to turn the ocean into a renewable source of job and revenue. Nigeria and Morocco have made a major leap forward in their ambitious Trans-African gas pipeline project. A dedicated joint venture has been established to manage the $25 billion initiative, marking a transition from planning to operational phases. According to the Moroccan Office of Hydrocarbon and Mines, this joint venture will oversee financing and implementation, providing a clear governance framework for the massive 6,000-kilometer pipeline. The pipeline will traverse 13 coastal nations and is designed to transport between 15 and 35 billion cubic meters of gas annually, transforming regional energy accessibility and security. That's all for our updates. Stay tuned for more news on Pulse of Africa. Thank you for watching.